During this video, we are going to look at the 1200D. To insert the battery, open the battery door on the bottom. The power button is on the top, next to the mode dial. When you look through the viewfinder, if the AF points don't look sharp, adjust the dial here until you can see them clearly. For a lot of situations, the fully automatic mode, symbolised by a green rectangle, will be fine. Select this and then look through the viewfinder and place your finger on the shutter button. The button has two steps. If you hold it down halfway, the focus points in the viewfinder will light up. These indicate what the camera is focusing on. If you are not happy, we can put the camera into a manual focus mode using the switch on the side of the lens. Turning the focus ring will then allow us to focus on what we would like to. Pressing the shutter button all the way will release the shutter and take a picture. There are other automatic modes which are designed for specific situations. These are Flash Off, Creative Auto, which allows you to change several settings by pressing Q, Portrait Mode, Landscape Mode, Macro Mode for close-up photography, Sports Mode, Night Mode and Movie Mode. In order to take things a step further, we also have manual modes. P is an auto exposure mode which sets the aperture and shutter speed automatically. TV gives the shutter the priority and is used mainly for adjusting the shutter speed. Exposure can also be altered in TV mode. AV mode enables the user to set the aperture manually for creative use of depth of field. Exposure is also adjustable by pressing the AV button and turning the dial. M mode allows the user to set shutter speed and aperture manually. In the manual modes, we can also change the film speed by pressing the ISO button and selecting the appropriate speed. We can also adjust the white balance in these modes in order to achieve the right or wrong light source, depending on what result we are looking for. We also have the ability to change the focus mode. One shot is best for still subjects. Once the shutter button is pressed halfway, it will focus. When using AI focus mode, the camera will select the appropriate mode depending on the movement of the subject. The AI servo mode is better for moving images, as when the shutter is pressed halfway, it will continually focus until the shutter button is pressed all the way. A useful function is the ability to select individual focus points by pressing the AF point selection button and selecting the individual point we would like the camera to focus on. In order to take more than one picture at once, we can press the drive mode button. We can select continuous shooting. This will take pictures continually while the button is pressed. Self-timer modes, where the camera will take a picture after 10 seconds or 2 seconds, and the last mode enables us to take up to 10 pictures after 10 seconds. Metering mode is the method of measuring brightness. Evaluative metering is when the camera sets the exposure automatically. Partial metering is effective when the background is brighter than the subject we are taking photos of. The red circle shows the general area which is weighted to achieve exposure. Centre weighted average metering is when it is weighted at the centre and then averaged out throughout the scene, and it is really for advanced users. With the 1200D, we can also change the flash exposure. Go to Menu, Flash Control, Built-in Flash Function Setting and Flash Exposure Comp, then adjust as necessary. In order to play back images, we can press the play button. We can zoom in and out of these and cycle through the pictures. To download your pictures, connect the USB cable, go to my computer and open EOS 1200D, then SD DCIM 100 Canon.